तौ सन्तोषयता सन्तौ श्रीलरूपसनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यातपर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. Hare Krishna. So I welcome everyone to today's Krishna Sandrabha class. So today we are going to learn about Brahmaji's intention is also is Krishna actually. Brahmaji, whenever he spoke, that means many things he spoke in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So they are all centered around Krishna. So Krishna is his intention that we are going to see. Which class? We'll be seeing the teaching. Brahmaji started speaking in which chapter? Anyone can guess? Second canto. So in the whole Bhagavatam, from where Brahmaji started speaking, and in those talks, so who is his intention? About whom he discussed majorly? So that we should investigate, because we want to establish in Bhagavatam there are so many speakers are there. Prime speaker is Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami's intention is Krishna. So he wants to speak about Krishna. That we understood. Parikshit Maharaj also is asking questions related to Krishna. We have seen 10th canto, also that section. He is asking more about the Krishna only. And also we are seeing Sukadeva Goswami told about, so majorly about whom in the Bhagavatam? Krishna only. Because he explained other avatars in the various chapters, but finally he spoke more than 100, so 121 chapters about Krishna and his pastimes. So from this we should understand that Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit, so their in the Bhagavatam, that means in their conversation, so all his Sukadeva Goswami's narrations or teachings are centered around Krishna. Similarly, all questions asked by the Parikshit also are centered around Krishna. So that is the thing we are going to do now in this Anuchedas 53 to 73. We are going to discuss all this. That means all the speakers and all the listeners, so they all want to know and discuss about the Krishna only. That we want to prove. Now the turn. So now it is a time to know about the Brahmaji. So Brahmaji is desiring to speak about whom? That is the question now. So we have to see that. So then where Brahmaji started his teachings?
Second canto.
Second canto. So fifth chapter, Narada Muni asks the questions. So because Sukadeva Goswami, if you see how Bhagavatam is going on, in the second canto, fourth chapter. So you are seeing the questions are asked by the Parikshit Maharaj. Yes? In the second canto, fourth chapter, various questions he asked. Parikshit Maharaj asked questions. Samichanam vacho brahman sarvagnasya tavanaga tamo vishiryate mahyam hare katayata katam bhuya eva visisyami bhagavanatma mayaya yatedam srijate vishvam durvibhavyam adhishwarai. So you will be seeing these several questions asked by Parikshit Maharaj at the beginning of fourth chapter of second canto. Then Sukadeva Goswami did Mangalacharanam. No, fourth chapter. In that fourth chapter, Sukadeva Goswami did the Mangalacharanam. That means he pay obeisances. Namah parasmai purushaya bhujase sadudbhavastana nirodha lila. Like that, tasmai. You all know these slokas. Tasmai subhadrasravase namo namaha. Yeah, all these slokas. That means before starting to narrate or answer the questions of Vidura, Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami paid obeisances to the Lord. Then in the fifth chapter, he started narrating the answers. Before narrating, the same questions what Parikshit Maharaj asked to Sukadeva Goswami are asked by the Narada Muni also. Narada Muni to Brahmaji. That's why Sukadeva Goswami, instead of replying those answers directly, he is taking the conversation between Narada and Brahma. Okay? So there is a same conversation. The same questions were asked by the Narada and Brahmaji replied. So then better what he should do? He will have just repeat that conversation between the Brahma and Narada. So that is sufficient. That will give the answers to Parikshit Maharaj's questions. So that's why you'll be seeing the second canto, fifth chapter, sixth chapter, and seventh chapter. All these three chapters are narrated by Brahmaji as a reply to questions asked by Narada Muni. There are 6 questions he asked there. Total 6 questions he asked. Okay. So in those answers, that means in the second canto, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, and 7th chapter, so Brahmaji was narrating the so many answers, whatever asked by the Parikshit Maharaj. So, but here he clearly you can see the answers all are, that means centered around Krishna only actually. Really, actually, there Brahmaji is glorifying about Krishna. So from this conversation between Narada and Brahmaji, we are understanding Brahmaji's intention of expressing about Krishna. So Brahmaji wants to express or they glorify Krishna. That is his intention. You can see. That is the thing we have to see today. That means we should take this conversation and see how the things are established there. That means how Sukadev Jiva Goswami is. So based upon this conversation, he is expressing that Brahmaji is liking to discuss about Krishna. So okay, so now we are starting this. That is the background. So now 63 Anucheda. Atha Sri Brahmanaha Bhume Sura Suretara Varuda Vimartitaya Klesha Vyayaya Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha Jata Karishyati Jananupalakshya Margaha Karmani Chatma Mahimopanibandhanani. To dispel the misery of the earth, which will be oppressed by the armies of the Asuras, Bhagavan himself, whose partial manifestation has white and black hair, and whose manner is beyond of the scope of ordinary human beings, will personally appear and perform actions that exhibit his supreme glory. Superhuman glory. This is 2:7:26. So Brahmaji is saying this is. Bhumehe सुरेतरवरूद विमर्दितायाः भूमेः क्लेश व्ययाय कलया सितकृष्णकेशः जातः. Simple this is. Krishnah सितकृष्णक्लेशः जातः. Why? To dispel the misery of earth. Lord appeared. Okay? That is the main thing. Bhumehe klesha vyayaya. Klesha means what? Misery. Klesha vyayaya. That means on the earth planet, all are suffering. They have so many problems. So, to reduce this klesha, so kalaya sitakrishna keshaha jataha. So, sitakrishna keshaha appeared. So, kalaya sitakrishna kesha. We will be seeing who is this sitakrishna keshaha. So, whether this, that means ultimately in this sloka, what we are learning, Lord appeared, someone appeared. Who is that? That is Krishna or not? That we want to see. So if it is Krishna, if it is proved as Krishna, yes. So Brahmaji is interested in, or is in, mainly his intention discussion is about Krishna. That we can prove. So now we have to do that thing. Jananupalaksha margah karmani cha atma mahimopanibandhanani. So also what he do? Karishyati. He appears. Jataha, he appeared, and also Karishyati means he will do also. What he will do? Karmani. He will be doing the various activities. So whose partial manifestation has white and black hair? And so Sita Krishna Kleshaha Kalaya Sita Krishna Kleshaha. That means Bhagavan himself, whose partial manifestation has white and black hair, and whose manner is beyond the scope of ordinary human beings. Jananupalaksha margaha will personally appear and perform actions that exhibit his superhuman glory. So he will be also performing actions. Karmani karishyati. Atma mahimopa nibandhanani. What kind of karmani? Atma mahimopa nibandhanani. That means those activities will show him as superhuman. That kind of activities he perform. So he will appear and also he will perform this kind of. Who is that? That is Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha. That means whose partial expansion is Sita and Krishna. That means hair. Whose partial manifestation has white and black hair. That is the meaning of sloka. Now we should understand, we should go and investigate this sloka. In this sloka, about whom Brahmaji is saying, that we should understand. If it is Krishna, then fine. Yes, Brahmaji is also talking about Krishna. That will finalize. So next you see, Asura Sena Nipiditayaha Bhuvaha. So here, Suraitara means what? Asura. Suretara Varutha means army. Suretara Varudha Vimarditayaha. Suretara is the, who are Suretaras? Opposite to Suras? Asuras. Varutha means Sena. Vimardita means Nipidita. That means which is distressed by, oppressed by armies of Asuras. That means this earth planet is distressed by the armies of Asuras. Bhuvaha Klesham Apahartum. That means that's why, that means Mother Earth is lamenting. Klesham means she is lamenting. Apahartum, that means to suppress that, to destroy that, to remove that. Paramatmanaha api paratvat. That means someone who is superior to Paramatma also. Paramatmanaha api paratvat janaihi asmabihi anupalaksha margaha. That means people in general, they cannot the scope of ordinary human beings. That means beyond the scope of ordinary human beings. So that means janaihi in the sloka, if you see, jananupalaksha margaha means janaihi asmahi anupalaksha margaha. That means indeed he is beyond the scope of ordinary human people. That means his activities and his nature, his things are very superhuman. That means so ordinary people cannot understand. So beyond their scope actually. And such a person, that means who is superior to Paramatma also, and who cannot be understood by general ordinary people, who is beyond this. And also Upalaksha Marga api Pradurbhuta, even he is beyond to the Paramatma, he is beyond to the, so ordinary people is beyond the scope. So that means beyond the scope of ordinary people. So such a person, he is, but still api pradurbhutaha. That means he is appearing. He is appearing here in this middle world. And also pradurbhutaha san karmanicha karishyati. And also he does activities. Koso, who is that? Kalaya amshena Sita Krishna Keshaha Yaha. So that means who is that? Kalaya amshena Sita Krishna Keshaha Yaha. Kalaya means amshena, means whose partial manifestation has black and white hair. That is the meaning actually. Whose partial manifestation has black and white hair. Then who is that? That we should still investigate. So now you see, Yatra Sita Krishna Keshau Devaihi Drishtau iti Shastrantara Prasiddhihi. Shastrantara means in other Shastras. That means in the Vishnu Purana, in Mahabharata, in other Puranas, in other scriptures, there is a famous, there is some saying is famous. What is that? So, we find the widely known account of the Devas beholding Karanodaka Shai Vishnu, who exhibited white and black hair. No, not Shirodaksa Vishnu. Here, who is appearing? Kosau, who is appearing? Whose partial manifestation has black and white hair? In Vishnu Purana, you remember? Some time back we discussed. Karnanosai Vishnu is plucking out his black hair and white hair. Yes? Comparison. So you remember this? And they became the Krishna and Balaram actually say. But anyway, that interpretation Sridhar Swami we understood that what is this here intention. But here black and white are belong to whom? Karnanusai Vishnu. And that person is partial expansion of whom? Krishna. Krishna. That means whose partial expansion has black and white hair. So who is having black and white hair? Karnanusai Vishnu. And he is partial expansion. He is the partial expansion of whom? Krishna. That's why answer is Krishna. So you see here, what is that? Kalaya Sita Krishna Keshaha. Kalaya Sita Krishna Kesha means whose partial manifestation has black and white hair. Okay, that means from this we should understand that Brahmaji is glorifying here in this sloka whom? In this 7th chapter of the 2nd canto, after asking the Narada asked questions, so he is telling about whom? He's telling about the Krishna. Hmm? Yatra Sitakrishna Keshav Devahi Drushtau. So, in whose head we are seeing the white and black hair? That is Karanodaka Shai Vishnu. And and that person is partial expansion of whom? And that is Krishna. So that's why Krishna is appearing in this earth, who is beyond the scope of the general people, and who is beyond the Paramatma, and he is appearing, and also who is doing superhuman activities. Okay, next, Saha api yasya amshena sayeva Bhagavan. That means Saha api means the person who is having the black and white hair, that is Karnano Sai Vishnu. And he is the Amsha of whose? And that person is Bhagavan. That is Krishna. Swayam ityardaha. Tad avina bhavat Sri Baladevasyapi grahanam dotitam. And Bhagavan Krishna is non-different from the Balaram. That means they are all, so it's a Vyuha only, his own Vyuha. So his only expansion. And he is also, Bhagavan means here you can take, so Balaram also. Tad Avina Bhavat. That means Balaram is included in Krishna actually. That means Krishna also, Balaram is also non-different from the, so Krishna. So that means in this sloka, so who are appearing? Krishna appearing, we saw that obviously understanding is also, Balaram is also appearing, we should take, because Balaram is also non-different from, so Krishna. In that's why, so here in this sloka 27, what is that sloka number? 27, 26. Jataha, Sita Krishna Kesha Jata means that is actually Krishna, and Kalaya Sita Krishna Kesha means Krishna, and also should include Balaram. Okay. Next, one question is coming here. For Brahmaji, there is a question is asked. Narada can ask, or opponent can ask this question to Brahmaji. Nanu Purushadapi Paraha Aso Bhagavan Katam Avatarana Matrartham Swayam Avatarishyati. So someone is raising objection here. Hey Brahmaji, you are saying that supreme personality of Godhead who is so superior to the Paramatma, so why he will appear here for reducing the burden of the earth? What is the need for him? Purushadapi Paraha also. That means he is superior to the Purusha also. And such a, even generally Karanano Sai Vishnu or the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, they are not appearing. Their expansions are appearing in this earth and this universe, and they are doing. That means, but that means even they are not appearing. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, anytime he is coming directly and doing any activities? No, no. Karanano Sai Vishnu is he coming directly and reducing earth of birth, burden of the earth? No, no. Even they, that means Purushas, they don't come, and he is superior to those Purushas also. And that kind of person, why he is coming to reduce the burden of the earth? Like this, opponent is asking a question. So then what is the answer? So Ityashankya aha. Then to answer this question, Brahmaji is giving a one nice word for us. What is that? In that sloka you see Atma Mahimopanibandhanani. What is the meaning of Atma Mahimopanibandhanani? That means he is appearing, actually in the summary I can say. So why Krishna directly, even he is Bhagavan, he is superior to the Paramatma, still he is appearing. Why? Just to display superhuman activities for his devotees. And that is his main goal actually, just to give enjoyment for his devotees. And anyway, Bhubhara Haranam, that means so reducing the burden of the earth is also happening automatically. That is just a side activity. It's Anushangikataya. It means it's a side activity, secondary activity, it is happening. So that is the actual answer. Anyway, we are, if you expand that sentence, Atma Mahimopa Nibandhanani, then you will understand that is superhuman activities he wants to do. That's why he's coming. So you see, Atma Mahimopa Nibandhanani means Atmanaha Mahimanaha Parama Madhuri Sampada उपनिबध्यन्ते निजभक्तैः अधिकं वर्णयन्ते येषु तानि कर्माणि च करिष्यति. Because he is going to do so those activities, those are so pleasing to his own devotees, and he wants to give more and more activities to them to please his devotees. That means he is coming in the form of various avatars like Nrsimha, Vamana, Matsya, Kurma, so and so. And by those activities, people are so happy, devotees are so happy. But even he wants to give more number of leelas he wants to display for his devotees, so that they can relish those activities, sweetness of those activities. That's why he coming himself. Even in the 10th canto also we have seen in the first chapter. So Brahmaji went there. So there we are understanding what. So Karanana Sai Vishnu, they went to Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, and they are asking all the demigods, they are praying to the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. So we are feeling so much suffocation because of the demonic people on this earth. Please, so do something. Then Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, what he is saying? Hey, don't worry, you people go and take birth in the Yadu Vamsha, and also in Mathura and Gokul, and Krishna is going to come. Bhagavan is ready to come. There is important, interesting point is, here nobody asked Bhagavan actually. Anyone asked him to come? Demigods went to whom? They went to Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. They went to Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, but Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, so he started saying that Bhagavan is ready to come, you people don't worry and go. That means even they didn't ask Krishna to come, these demigods, but Krishna is coming means we should understand here that Krishna comes by his own free will. He's coming his own free will actually. Just for fun he is coming. So nobody asked him actually, because he wants to display more and more sweet pastimes to his devotees. Yadyapi nizamshenaiva va nijecha bhasenaiva va bhubhararanam ishatkaram. Ishatkaram, just chutki se. Ishatkaram means chutki se. That means just by this much is enough for him to reduce the burden of whole earth. Even just his Nija Amsha, his part and parcel can do that. Even his just Icha Bhasa, emblem of his desire. Even he no need to sankalp do, just a emblem of that is also enough to reduce the burden of the earth. But still he is coming because Nija Charana Ravinda Jiva tu Vrundam Anandayanneva. Anandayan, that means to give bliss. To whom? Nija Charana Ravinda Jiva tu Vrunda. That means devotees who took the shelter at his lotus feet. And to those all devotees, he wants to give the bliss. Anandayan. Leela Kadambini. Leela Kadambini. Kadambini means, so Kadambini, you are all knowing Kadambini means it's a bank of clouds actually. Leela Kadambini means this is the is bank of clouds of his sweet pastimes. They're actually here Madhurya Kadambini he wrote, but he copied, I think, Vishnu. Leela Kadambini is the word actually. So it's a bank of the, it's a cloud of the, it's a bank of clouds of lots of sweet pastimes. And those clouds of what? Of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. There. That's the Madhurya Kadambini. That Madhurata is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Here is our Leelas. Nija Nija Madhuri Varshanaya. And these Leelas are the clouds actually, bank of the clouds. And those clouds, what they what they shower? They shower the Nija Madhuri. That means Nija Madhuri Varshanaya. That means these clouds just drop out the sweet pastimes. Sweet pastimes to they these clouds shower those sweet pastimes, because those clouds made up of what? Made up of lilas, and those clouds shower that. Shower those pastimes, sweet pastimes. Like Chaitanya Maha, those clouds also in the Madhuri Kadambini, those clouds are made up of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. And those clouds shower then what? The same mercy. So, Anandayanneva, just to shower his sweet pastimes, Krishna is appearing. Vitarishyamano avatarishyati. Vitarishyamana, that means he is always in his bliss. Vitarisha, Vishesha Rupena Tarishyati. That means he is always in his bliss. But still, avatarishyati. He is appearing. He is appearing. Just for his devotees' sake. Etadeva Vyakti Krutam. This is only said. Tokena Jiva Haranam. 27. You know this second canto, 5th chapter, the questions are asked by Narada. Then Brahmaji is telling about what? He was telling about the creation. That's you if all remember primary creation and also secondary creation. Then after that, so Karna Srishti, Karya Srishti, he explains there. No, not secondary creation. So Karna Srishti and Karya Srishti he explains. Then after that, he also explains in the 6th chapter of 2nd canto. So Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu, how he can be served actually. And he was also explaining Ekapad Vibhuti, Tripad Vibhuti, all these he explains. After explaining these two, that means about these Srishti Leelas. So Brahmaji is saying, hey, you know, these Srishti Leelas are so dry actually. Dry means, so for you, you should know the sweet pastimes. So now I will explain sweet pastimes, he said. In the 7th chapter, he started explaining the sweet pastimes of the Lord, various leelas. If you see 2nd canto, 7th chapter, various leelas are explained from the different incarnations, those avatars. So their leelas are explained. But in that prominently, he explained about whom? Many verses are about whom? Are about Krishna. If you see that. He told much about the Krishna there. So Tokena Jivaharanam Yadulukikayastraimasikasya cha padashakotopavruttaha yad ringatantargatena divisprashorva unmolanam yadvai vrajapasu. All Krishna's, so from this Yadu, he is appearing in the Yadu Shakata Pavruttaha. So, and after that Ringan Lila, after that Vraje Pashun. So he is taking cows, grazing the calves, and also after that many things actually about the Krishna. If you see all Gopaihi, Makaihi, many slokas in this, he explained about the Brahmaji explained about Krishna. Okay. First of all, we established that Krishna is only appearing there in that sloka number. What is that? 26, na? In 26, that means, so that because many people, they may say Krishna is not appearing something. So we are clearly showing that Krishna, who is the source of the, or who is the avatari of the even Purushas and Purusha avataras. He's avatari for Purusha avataras also. And that personality is appearing, and his leelas are continued. You see in that whole chapter. Many slokas are about this only. So that's why Brahmaji's intention is around Krishna. Anyway, we will see this, a few more things. 27 Jiva Haranam Ityado. In this also, Itarata Swayam Swamaduri Sampat Prakashanecha Nechamantarena Madurutaram Tokadi Bhavam Dadata Tena Potanadina Jivaharanadikam Karma na Bhavyam na Sambhavaniyam. Tokena Jivaharanam. Here, Tokena Jivaharanam means what? This Uchlila is telling about Putanavada. Then after that, Shakata. Shakata Apavurtha. It is Shakatasari. Traimasikasya cha pada Shakato Apavurtha. Traimasikasya means it's when Krishna was in 3 months baby. So with the feet, he kicked that. Shakato Apavurtha. It was kicked out. Then after that, so Trinavarta. So Trinavarta came in what time? You remember? 1 year. At the 1 year age, Trinavarta came. Then after that, before that, Ringan Leela was also there. Na? That celebrations. Actually, when Lord turns to celebrate, that only she was doing, na? This is Shakatashar. No. Not Ringan Leela, sorry, that's different. Ringan means just crawling actually. Just this turning actually. Huh? Shakatashara, yeah. Yes, that is Shakatashara, yeah. After that, 1 year is Trinavarta. Then after that, yeah. So, Ringan Leela is 1 year baby. After that, Ringan Leela, na? After that, Ringan Leela. So, he is crawling on the earth and he is eating mud. So, this is Dvisprushorva Unmolanam. So, like this. All these Leelas are explained here. So that's why when Krishna is appearing and he is killing the Putana and these things, we should not take in another way. So Madhurataram, that means Tokadi Bhavam Dadata. He is taking the form of a small baby and he is killing the Putana and so and so. Karma na bhavyam. This is not karma actually. It is not karma. It is Leela. It is not karma. So what is that? Tada shata tadamsha tadicha bhasadi matrenaiva prasiddheriti vakyartha. So otherwise, why he need to come actually? This is a leela. It is just for the pleasure of his devotees coming. Otherwise, even his amsha, that means his part and parcel, maybe some Purusha avatara, anyone can, or other Icha Bhasa can do this. Killing of Putana, is there any difficult task? So even Lord sitting in the Goloka, he can do. But he is taking the form of a small baby and he is killing, he's taking this much thing because he wants to give this some sweet fast time to his devotees. So tatha ayam cha avataraste ityadau taiheva vyakyatam. Kim bhubhara haranam ma bhubhara haranam haranam madiccha matrena na bhavati tatra aha. So actually you see in one place, actually Sridhar Swami is giving a commentary. What is that sloka? Tata ayam chavataraste. It is first canto, 7th chapter, 25th sloka. So their conversation between the first canto, 7th chapter, you remember? What is happening? That is Aswathamas. So Leela's start. It started actually in that. So this means they went to the. So Arjuna went to chase Aswathama, and he brought him, and that whole conversation happens. There, actually, in that chapter, you'll be seeing there is a conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. So in that conversation, there is a one sloka, 1725. Yeah. So there is a sloka that is 25. Okay. Tatayam chavataraste bhuvo bharajihirshaya swanam chananya bhavanam anudhyanaya chasakrut. Krishna is saying this. No, Arjuna is saying. Arjuna is glorifying Krishna. So how he is glorifying, you see. Tata ayam cha avataraha te bhuvaha bharajhirshaya. There you see Arjuna is saying that, oh my dear Supreme Lord Krishna, so to reduce the burden of the earth, you have so many avatars. Swanam cha ananya bhavanam anudhyanaya cha sakruta. And also you are appearing for his own devotees. Swanam cha ananya bhavanam anudhyanaya. He is appearing and doing these leelas for the meditation of the uh, uh, so that means his devotees, they should have something to meditate. So that's why he is doing this. Asakrut means again and again. So that is the meaning of sloka in 1:7:25. There so translation, thus you descend as an incarnation to remove the burden of the world and to benefit your friends, especially those who are your exclusive devotees and are wrapped in meditation upon you. Anudhyanaya. That means for their meditation sake you come repeatedly. Or for them you come. Or for their meditation sake you come. You can take anything. So in this sloka commentary, there is a commentary by Srila Sridhar Swami. In that commentary, Sridhar Swami is writing one statement actually. Actually, he is writing a statement as objection by the Lord. He is writing in the for the explanation of this sloka. Sridhar Swami is writing a statement. So which is the objection raised by the Lord towards the Arjuna. Okay, Lord is asking what? Kim bhubara haranam mad ichha matrena na bhavati. Hey Arjuna, what you are speaking? I am appearing so to reduce the burden of the earth. So to reduce the burden of the earth. So what can I do this by just my desire? For this also do I need to take the birth here? What do you say? Like that Krishna is asking. In this way, Sridhar Swami explained anyway. Okay. So then Arjuna is replying with what? Swanam. Swanam means, oh my dear Lord, you are not just appearing to reduce the burden of the earth, but you are appearing to please your devotees, to your own people, Ananya Bhavana. Okay. So there also we are understanding why Lord is appearing. Okay. Next. Jayati Jananivasaha 10:90-48 Ityatra cha ichha matrena nirasana samarthopi kridardham dhorbir adharmamasyanniti. So here in this sloka also you 10:90-48 Krishna can do just by his own will, he can destroy all the demonic people in this whole creation. But still he is coming back, but because Kridartham. Kridartham means it's a playtime for him. Yes. Just to play. Okay. Next, Tadevam. Tadeva Madibhi Sri Krishna Seva Sarvadbhuta Varnana Anabhinivesha Prapancho Brahmani Spashtayeva Astu Tavad Tad Bhuri Bhagyam Janma kimapi atavyam. So 10, 14, 34 ityadi. Sri Brahmana. And also Brahmaji, one more place we are seeing Brahmaji is speaking. Where? In the 10th canto, 14th chapter. There also we are seeing what? Tadbhuri bhagyamaho janma kimapi atavyam. Lord is appearing. Atavi means what here? He is appearing in where? In the Vraj. Atavyam. So wonderful it is. So from this, we are understanding that Krishna, Brahmaji is whole and soul. He is interested in describing about. He is absorbed in describing the wonderful pastimes of Krishna. So you see the second canto, 7th chapter. Most of the slokas are about the Krishna only. That's why he is absorbed in. So he is interested in describing the Krishna's pastimes. Okay. Every speaker in the Bhagavatam, whoever are their speakers, they are all interested in describing about Krishna. That is the point. We already concluded in the case of Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit. Okay. Now Brahmaji also. Okay. Understanding or not? Next Anucheda. Evam Chatusloki Vaktuhu Sri Bhagavataha api Sri Krishnattvameva. Now we are going to see who spoke the Chatusloki, who is the speaker. That Bhagavan is Krishna only. That we want to prove now. Chatusloki Bhagavatam speaker is Krishna. Tatahi tat purvastam vakyam. Opponents they will say, na Prabhu. How हम लोग जानते हैं, we know this, but the audience, but what is the proof? You should prove na that. How can you say is Krishna only speaking? We should establish. No, we are going to establish. So, in the second canto, 9th chapter, we are seeing the Chatusloki Bhagavatam, 4 slokas. We say generally Krishna is speaking, but how can you say it is Krishna only? Why not he is Vishnu or something Narayana? So that's why we are seeing. See, whole scene you should remember. Sukadeva Goswami, Parishit Maharaj asked question in the 8th chapter of the second canto. So many questions. So many questions he asked. Then to answer those questions, so he started. That means what is the difference between the human body and Lord's body? Is there any difference? Like that he was asking. First question, that is. To answer that, so Sukadeva Goswami started saying about, yeah, there is a difference between the Lord's body and human body. You can see Lord is entirely different. And anyway, that prasanga is there. So in that context, we are seeing Sukadeva Goswami is narrating the Brahmaji's, that means the starting, that means Brahmaji's how his day starts. There he was initially hearing about the tapa, and then after he did the tapasya, he was trying to find his root cause. He heard the word of tapa, and after that he heard tapa and he did tapasya. Lord appeared and Lord started showing his abode, and that's why tasmai salokam bhagavan sabhajita. When Brahmaji nirvalika, that means when Brahmaji did the very strong tapasya, so by that, so Lord is impressed and he started showing his own abode, and also he spoke these instructions. He gave the 4 slokas, so which are very important as instructive slokas to Brahmaji. So who is that person who appeared and what? So we are seeing in that loka, so there Lakshmis are there, something, but actually really what? So that we should understand. If you go to those chain of the series of the slokas, so you'll be seeing so some slokas which are describing about that abode which was shown by that Supreme Lord. So what is that sloka? That sloka is Dadarsha Tatra Sakilat Akila Sattatam Patim Sriyah Patim Yagnapatim Jagatpatim Sunandananda Prabalarhana Divi Swaparshadagrೈ Parasevitam Vibhum. So Dadarsha means he showed. Who showed? Lord showed. So Lord showed to Brahmaji. That what he showed? Dadarsh, that means that showed, and Dadarsh means he saw actually. Sorry. Dadarsh means Brahmaji saw. Brahmaji, what he saw in that abode? Akila Sattvatam Patim. He saw Akila Sattvatam Patim and also Sriha Patim Yagnipatim. And Sunanda Nanda Prabalarhanadibhi Swaparshadagraihi Parisevita. He is surrounded by the Sunanda Nanda Prabala Arhana. All these different assistants also surrounded by him. And here, in this, based upon this sloka, we are going to come to conclusion. Akila Sattvatam Patim means Sarvesham Sattvatanam Yadava Viranam Patim. Sattvatas means what? Yadavas. The heroes of the Yadava dynasty are known as Sattvata. So that's why Sattvatam Patim means we should take here what? Yadavapati, that is Krishna. That's why here Sriyah Patir Yagnapatir Patir Prajapatir Diyam Patir Lokapatir Dharapati Patir Gatis Chandaka Vrishni Sattvatam Prasedatam Me Bhagavan Satam Pati. Even Sukadeva Goswami is also in his prayers. So he is saying this is Sattvatam Pati. Who is that Sattvatam Pati? Andaka Vrishni Sattvatam Pati. Aikya, Vakya, Samvaditvat. You see, these two slokas are same. Akila Sattvatam Patim and also Sriyah Patir Yagnapati. So based upon Sukadeva Goswami's this statement, and there we can easily understand Sattvatam Patim means that is Krishna. Okay, that means in this context we are seeing that Brahmaji is seeing in that abode whom he is seeing. He is seeing Krishna. Yes? Yes or no? Next, Bhagavatam 3:4-13. In that, Puramaya Proktam Jayanabhye Padme Nishannaya Mamadi Sarge Gnanam Param Manmahimavabhasam Yatsurayo Bhagavatam Vadanti. Iti Tritiye Uddavam Prati Sri Krishna Vakyanusarena Cha. So we are trying to find who spoke this Chatusloki Bhagavatam. So first we understood that Brahmaji is seeing clearly Krishna on that abode. So that's why that person only spoke. So Krishna only spoke. That is one thing. And another thing is to Uddhava in 3rd canto 4th chapter. So to Uddhava Krishna, Tritiya Uddhavam Prati Sri Krishna Vakyanusarena Cha. Yeah. So that means Vidura met the Uddhava. Yes, in that context. So Uddhava is telling about his conversation with the Krishna. In that, so what Krishna told to Uddhava, that is explained by Uddhava to whom? To Vidura. What he said, what Krishna said, Puramaya Proktam Ajaya Nabhye. Hey, Uddhav, that means Krishna described Uddhava Gita to Uddhava, and that point, so that thing who Uddhava is telling to Vidura. So what Krishna was telling to Uddhava, Uddhava, that means while he is explaining Uddhava Gita, he told to him, previously I told this already to whom? Brahmaji. Pura maya proktam ajaya nabhye padme nishannaya mama adi sarge gnanam param man mahimavabhasam yat surayah bhagavatam vadanti. That means Krishna is telling to Uddhava what? I spoke to long back Bhagavatam to Brahmaji. Okay. From this also we are understanding what? Chatusloki. Simple actually. We are giving the second proof. Second proof. That means Chatusloki is Bhagavatam. Chatusloki Bhagavatam is spoken by Krishna. For this we are giving the second proof. What is that? So Uddhava, third canto statement. That means Krishna told to Uddhava some statement. What Krishna told to Uddhava? I only told this Bhagavatam to Brahmaji. And intelligent people, they say this is known as Bhagavatam at the beginning of Sarga. Okay, this is the next. Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Yo brahmanam vidadati purvam yo brahmanam vidhati purvam yo vidyas tasmai gapayati sma Krishna tam hi devamatma buddhi prakasham mumukshurvai sharanamamum rajeta. From the Gopal Tapani Upanishad also we are saying Yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam. That means, so yah vidyah tasmai gapayati sma Krishna. Tam hi devam atma buddhi prakasham mukshurvai sharanam amum rajet. That means the person, so the person who told who imparted, who gave the knowledge to the Brahmaji. That means who gave knowledge to Brahmaji at the beginning of the creation. That Krishna you should take Krishna shelter of that Krishna. Okay. Two, if you want to be liberated. This is a Gopal Tapani statement. Here, main point what we should take. So here, Krishna is the person. Krishna is the person who spoke Bhagavatam, or who imparted knowledge to Brahmaji at the beginning. Okay. From this Gopal Tapani Upanishad also we are understanding Krishna gave knowledge to Brahmaji at the beginning of creation. Next, Tadu hovacha brahmano savanaratam medhyatastuta parardhante sobhudyata gopavesho me purusha purastad avirbabuva. This is also one more statement of Gopal Tapani. Iti Gopala Tapanyanusarena kvachit kalpe Sri Gopala Rupena Srishtyadau avithameva brahmane. No, sorry. Srishtyadau ithameva brahmane darshita nijarupatva tadhamno mahavaikunthatvena sadhaishyamahanatvacha. We are giving the two proofs here. So, Gopala Tapani statement, one more is there. Brahmanah असौ अनवरतम में ध्यातः स्तुतः परार्धान्ते सो अबुद्यत घोपवेशो में पुरुषः पुरस्ताद आविर्भवुवा. That means ओ ब्राह्मणाः असौ अनवरतम में ध्यातः. That means Brahmaji, when he did the austerity, Parardhanti means first half is over. First half is over. Then in the next half starting. So what happened in the next half starting? So Lord appeared in the front of Brahmaji himself is saying this to the Brahmanas in the Gopal Upanishad. What he is saying, Brahmaji is saying, so after my 50 years age is over, that means this is the 51st year, first day, na? So that means in this day, at the ending of 50 years, you know what happened? Brahmaji also went inside to the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So all, even the Sanat Kumaras, everything went inside. And everything once again came out. That's why we are seeing in the Padmakalpa story, that means the first day of the second Parartha is known as Padmakalpa actually. In that Padmakalpa story, we are seeing once again Sant Kumaras are appearing. Yes or no, in the 12th canto, in the 12th chapter of the third canto, you'll be seeing that Sanat. So Padmakalpa story is explained or not to the Maitreya. By Maitreya to Vidura, what story he explained? Padmakalpa story explained. In the Sukadeva Goswami, when Parishit Maharaj, when he is asked so many questions in the second chapter of the 8th chapter of the second canto, to answer this, Sukadeva Goswami started explaining the story of the Padmakalpa. Okay. After 50 years, first day is known as Padmakalpa. We know this. That means that, but in the Padmakalpa story, what we are seeing in the Padmakalpa story, appearing of Sanat Kumaras. How it is possible? That means at the ending of the 50th year, all Chatush Kumaras, Brahmaji, everyone entered into the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And Brahmaji appeared, and also he bring back the Sanat Kumaras back. That's why we are seeing their appearance of Sanat Kumaras. Generally, everything again, once again appearing everything. So that is the reason. So that means from this, what you are understanding. So there, so the Gopal Tapan Upanishad also saying same thing. So when at that time, initially when he came out from the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, he saw. So he is forgot. That means when he entered, everything he forgot, and he's seeing from where I came, what is happening. At that time, he in front of him, who appeared? Gopal. Gopal appeared, and Gopal gave Chatusloki Bhagavad. So this is recorded in which? This is recorded in Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Everything is connected. Bhagavatam story is also, and Gopal Tapani Upanishad also is connected. You should not forget all these links actually. Huh? Next, even you see in the Brahma Samhita also. Brahma Samhita is also one more proof to say the speaker of Chatusloki Bhagavatam is Krishna. So what is that? 5:22 to 26. Tatra Brahma Bhavadbhuyaschaturvedi Chaturmukha Sanjato Bhagavat Shaktya Tatkalam Kila Choditaha Sisrukshayam Matim Chakre Purva Samskara Samskrutaha Dadarsha Kevalam Dvantam Nyaya दिव्याय सरस्वती कामकृष्णाय गोविंद हे गोपी जन इत्यपि वल्लभाय प्रियावह्नेर्मन्त्रं ते दास्यति प्रियं तपस्त्वं तपयेतेन तव सिद्धिर्भविष्यति अथ ते पेसा सुचिरं प्रेणन् गोविन्दमव्ययम् इत्यादि. So from this, these are statements of Brahmaji. No. Tatra Brahma abhavat. It's not Brahmaji. Brahma abhavat bhuyas chaturvedi chaturmukha sanjata bhagavad shaktya tatkalam kila choditaha siksha. First Brahmaji appeared, four-headed. Brahmaji appeared. Brahma abhut means first Vedas appeared, and Brahmaji, who is having four heads, he also appeared. Kalam Kilachod, then Sisrukshaya Matis Chakra. Then Brahmaji kept his mind in creation. He is having a desire of creation. Matis Chakra Purva Samskara Samskrutaha. He was having the previous samskaras of the creation. That's why he immediately after appearing, he is thinking that how to create. Like you see, animals also, they have purva samskaras. When they appear, automatically they started doing so their own activities. Dadarsha kevalam dvantam na anyat kimapi swaratah. There he was not seeing anything. Everywhere it is only darkness. Uvacha puras tasmai tasya divya saraswati kama krishna. Uvacha puratah tasmai tasya divya saraswati. Then he heard that one sound. What is that? Kama Krishnaya Govinda He Gopi Jana Ityapi Vallabhaya Priya Vahner Mantram Te Dasyati Priyam. That's our Gopal Tapani mantra. This is the last mantra. That's the same mantra. If you can get that mantra, our mantra, from this only. Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Jana Vallabhaya Swaha. Krishnaya, you see, Krishnaya Govinde means Govindaya, Gopi Jana Vallabhaya. Mike.
In Vrindavan, some of the learned Sanskrit also great devotee, they told in Bhagavad Katha, I heard repeatedly that when in Bhagavatam Gayatri will come, we don't repeat that mantra in mic because it is prohibited. It's a very secret mantra. So they only pronounce one or two means charan, and they don't repeat the whole mantra. So is it right or?
What is that first sloka? Satyam Paranti Mahi.
That mantra, Gopal mantra. We sometimes we speak in mic, so they told that it is.
But it is in a root form, Prabhu. It is not in the. Then Upanishads also we should. It is all Upanishads. Then he should not touch. Okay, anyway, it's a Brahma Samhita, but we see we are not directly repeating the mantra, but generally, yeah, Gayatri mantra should not be uttered in front of everyone. That is true. So, but in our cases, it's different actually. We are not repeating the whole main mantra. It's a teaching, and also, and whole mantra we are not repeating, na? So main mantra is main point is the first word that we are not uttering. This is a part of that. Then Krishna word is also part of the mantra. Then we should not utter Krishna. It's not like that. It's just Brahma Samhita. It is meant for everyone. Krishnaya Govinda He Gopi Jana. It's meant for everyone. Kama Krishnaya Govinda He Gopi Jana Vallabhaya Priya Vahiner Mantram Te. Like this mantra he got from the Saraswati. Tapastvam tapayetena tava siddhir bhavishyati. Then she said, hey, Brahma, you do tapasya with this mantra. Then you will be getting the siddhi. Atate pe sasuchiram. Then he did for a long time. Prenan Govindam avyayam. To please Govinda. That means from this we are understanding Brahma Samhita. So Krishna, that means what mantra Brahmaji got? Gopal mantra, and who will appear then? Gopal will appear. Govinda will appear. That's from this also we are understanding. So this year actually, this 51st year, first day, to him Krishna only appeared. And also you will be seeing in that Sunandananda Prabalarhanadibihi. So ityatra tu Dwarakayam. So Prakatyavasare Shruta Sunanda Sahacharyena Prabhaladaya Pigneya. You'll be seeing in the Dwarika Leelas. So in the Dwarika, Lord is accompanied by all these Sunandananda Prabhalarhana. So okay. So they are all companions, associates of Krishna. Yatoktam Pratame. So Sunandananda Shirsha Ya Yechan Ye Satvata Arshabha. Even in the first canto also, 14th chapter, we are seeing they are all associates of Krishna. In the Dwarika Leela, in the Dwarika Agaman, so you will be seeing there. So they are all accompanying. Okay. Kim Bahuna, what else? What to speak? All that means नानावतार अवतारिष्वपि सत्सु महापुराण प्रारंभे एव श्री शौनकादीना तदेक तात्पर्यम् इदम्. अरे, what all the speakers, they are all interested in describing about Krishna only. There is no doubt in this. Even at the beginning of this Mahapurana, Saunakadi Rishi is asking about whom? Krishna. What is that sloka? सूत जानासि भद्रं ते भगवान् सात्वतां पति देवक्यां वसुदेवस्य जातो यस्य चिकीर्षया. देवक्यां वसुदेवस्य जातो यस्य चिकीर्षया. सात्वतां पति भगवान. That is that's third question by the sages. Is they are asking, so they want to know about by whose inspiration, is by whose desire. So this Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki. So from this also, that means even there are so many avatars, so many things are there. After asking first, second question, they are immediately jump to ask about the first and first foremost. Even there are so many avatars, they didn't mention any avatar. They took the Krishna only and they asked about him. Atra, that means many avataris are there, but they asked about the Saunakadi Rishis asked about the Krishna. Atra purve samanita asmabir ekanta shreya stvena sarvashastra saratvena asmasu prasadhetutvena cha yat prushtam tadeta deva asmakam bhati. That means in the first sloka, second sloka, they are asking what is the highest benefit for the entire humanity, they asked, and also what is the essence of all the scriptures. So that's why they're asking Pumsam ekanta tasreya tannas sansutum arhasi. What is the ultimate benefit for the humanity? They asked. This is the first question. Second is, so bhuri karmani srotavyani vibhagashaha bruhina sraddhadhananam yenatmas prasam prasedati. And also they ask, there are so many shastras and there are so many conclusions, but we want to know, so the thing which is pleasing to us. After asking these two questions, immediately what they asked? They know that the answer is Krishna, and that's why they asked about the Krishna. That's the third question. Sota janasi badram te bhagavan sattvatam pati. So from this, the flow of these questions, so we can easily understand that even Saunakadi Rishis also, they have the desire to hear about Krishna. Okay. Is over. Okay. Today we'll end here. Tomorrow we'll start the 65. Saunaka as to the intent of Krishna. Anyway, this is, I think we can quickly. Saunaka's inquiries also are centered around the Krishna. Tannasushushamananam arhasyanganu varnitum yasyavataro bhutanam kshemaya cha bhavaya cha. So here Tannah Sushushamananam arhasi anga anuvarnitam yasya avataro bhutanam kshemaya cha bhavaya cha. So Saunaka is asking, so oh my dear Suta Goswami, you please describe us to about that person from whom all avatars are coming. Yasya avataro bhutanam kshemaya bhavacha. Means his various incarnations create the auspiciousness to this entire humanity and entire the living entities, entire progeny. So, and we want to eager to hear about him. Tika cha, in this Tika, what Sridhar Swami is writing, Ange he Suta tanno anuvarnitum arhasi samanyatah tavad yasya avatara matram kshemaya phalanaya bhavaya cha samruddhi chevati iti. Yasya avatara matram, his mane jinka, then whose avatars are meant for the So protection of this progeny of the all living beings. And also it brings the sufficiency, samruddhi, prosperity. So here, so whose avatars? We already established all avatars belongs to whom? Krishna. So that's why Saunaka is asking about Krishna. Okay, we'll see the remaining later tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.